time we'll get it for sure. This time it's coming home. Anyway. That's buddy meta, man. The game's just full of a bunch of RNG. Super heavy RNG swings. Oh, we'll cook him from the beginning. Cheaper buddy this game, most likely. Run it back. Run it back, dude. We'll make a new season soon, though. We only got a limited number of, like, 3 weeks or whatever, was my guess. Till the new comes out. And inside the box could be practically anything. Like a cool new meta. Or maybe it's anomalies again. Who knows? Whee! Up we go. It's going to be Diablo again? You could be right. Could be totems. Could be. I am putting a lot of money on it being a new event. The radio silence from the devs in combination with the fact that they've done 2 permanent additions to the game in the last 2 4-month expansion cycles kind of screams something to shake up the game. Not another small change that's permanent, like another tribe being added or something. Duos only mode. I like it. We don't need to subscribe to this. Solos has a lot of investment sunk cost fallacy. Duos has the engagement. Ship it. More duos right now. Okie dokie. I don't hate taking the pair. We could also just go shiny ring plus double buy next turn. And taking the pair is only really good if you get the triple. Bofur for the last 3 years, new expansions launched before my birthday on the 25th of August. So if they keep a schedule, that's when. I mean, it's not their schedule. They do 3 expansions per season, and it shifts with respect to the previous expansion launch. When you push back an expansion past the new year, you got to make an argument that it's probably going to push back dates a little bit. But all of that information is pretty irrelevant compared to the fact that you know that you have 4-month expansion cycles, right? And we know we're at the 3 months and 1 week right now of the 4-month expansion cycle. So, like, it's almost guaranteed to be about 3 to 4 weeks from now. Shouldn't work on some, like, arbitrary global time frame. Instead, work within the scope of what we know the schedule is in the local time frame, is what I'm saying. All statements hold true, though. That it's probably going to be before your birthday on the 25th as well. Just because we know that we have 1 week progress into the 1 month that's happening before the expansion already. Whether it ends up being a 4-week or a 5-week gap is the only real question between standard launch to Battlegrounds launch. 4 weeks would mean that it comes out approximately 24 days from now. And 5 weeks would be 31 days from now. I don't think Blizzard considers your birthday. Very inconsiderate of them, but you know, I don't think it's really on there on the the list of reasons why they're launching it. Coincidentally, probably falls in the same category though. Oh, lame. Lame. I'm glad we moved this thing back. There you go. There you go. Those are great hits. All I'm saying is we don't have to take some, like, coincidental 3-month or 3-year trend or whatever. This is kind of interesting, which way you play this. Because I always go for Buddy when I level here because I wanted to start discounting the next tier. But do you hero power the Construct or do you hero power the Scarlet Skull? Because Scarlet Skull buff gives 1/2 up front and it spawns an extra 1/2. If it buffs the Construct and it dies, you get more stats. On the other hand, giving up free 5/5 is You get a 2/1 body, and you get an extra 2/1/2 buffs versus a 5/5 buff. And the 5/5 buff up front, hitting one of the 5 health minions, is probably going to turn them into something at 2-for-1 trades at this point in the game. I'm probably just leveling 4. So we'll freeze this. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Good looking combat right here. The body's more reliability. Is it though? Because like little minions attacking early in combats don't do much. I think it's one of the things that people miss a lot in BGs, is they'll try to play for like more stats overall on the board instead of relevant hits. When you have a 5 health taunt or whatever and you throw 2 attack minions into it, it doesn't do shit. The minion that kills it ends up being this minion anyway. The fact that there's some buffs is about the only reason it's debatable. But you see that a lot, where people will like want to argue order for potential max stats or instead of order for the maximum number of relevant hits. What tier hero is Terran? Gojira was banging. Gojira was banging. What tier hero is Terran? Pretty low. Unreliable tempo hero. Low armor. Not what you're looking for. But fun, though. The fun aspect is definitely there. Weak. Buff the other 2, big guy. Eh, just clear the buddy. Everything else is kind of irrelevant. Good hustle. There you go. Good enough. We're gonna need Gojira to stop LeBron. Have you watched the trials games or the practice games? I don't think stopping LeBron's really the problem. As much as I like LeBron as an Ohioan. LeBron's pretty cool. He ain't exactly the center of Team USA anymore. Interesting. Early a noob? I see. Most awkward a noob ever? Okay, I'm listening. I kind of need it to be the thing on the board that receives the Scarlet Skull buffs. Then we have gold to be able to level next turn and play Corpse. Or play it, whatever. Death Rattle spell. That's potential for triple here. A new Barak pair, or whatever the 5-star damn thing's called. The reborn one. The good card. Mm-hmm. Nice. Trash. 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 Unreliable tempo hero says what? Who's the center for Team USA? Embiid. Or AD. Unreliable tempo heroes. Hey, that's not Kel'Thuzad. Still pretty good, though. This game's showing what Terran typically does, which is your hero power isn't enough tempo to be able to level and leverage being ahead to play for winning condition cards. And since you can't do both, you either give up first place line by staying down and trying to play the game just to beat people down, or you're at the mercy of everybody else doing that because high MMR is just a bunch of people playing tempo. Then again, hit Kel'Thuzad, win lobby. You know, there's that line. Hey, look, guys, another board that's on Tavern 4 playing all little minions. Surely this trend won't continue. It's probably just one or two boards that are forcing tempo right now. It was real nice, Bob. What if type of tease game? Yes. Bob the tease did get us last game. Yeah, we got there. Barely. Damn, this is a good hit. So is this. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I want Kel'Thuzad to win the lobby, but that is a really good hit. Now the next question. Can we greed for permanent scaling versus use the hero power on the shadowy construct? If you greed for perma scaling, you get 4/4 or 2/2 permanently on all 5 of these minions. Now, this one's not going to be staying any for very long. And then you get the extra 2/2 from this when it dies at the beginning in combat. Plus you get the extra 1/3 permanently. Time to greed. Kind of think it's time to greed too. Oh, we so should have greeded. Then again, this eating stats off of this is pretty annoying. The greed line was superior. If you don't hero power this thing as well, it makes it so the Gulakabra stats stick, which is cool. When you hero power this, it spawns the fake one, you know? And the fake one getting buffed isn't permanent. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. If only we had one more health, this would feel better. But we're just a tempo board, right? Not a meme board. We got early Gulakabra. Life is good. Guys, he's looking strong and shit. Make board big. I think you have to make board big. I agree with that. This is cute. Make Golden a noob. Random death rattle minion. We only got one more board. Would probably been pretty good. Not exactly what I wanted, but still decent. I wonder if we could have leveled. I don't think we could have. We put a lot of power on the board. Sucks getting that snipe, though. Dude, what are these hits? Bottom of the fucking barrel over here, RNG. Actually, insanity. We got value trade like 7 times. Okay, this is getting old. I don't know what it is this week on RNG, but we are just like, we're so far down, it's insane. 0.3% in. Hey, it's 1 in 300. It's not impossible. It just happened a lot of times recently. Regardless, the play is to level. It was supposed to be level anyway. It's still level. We can do this, and then we can play this if we miss. And then we got a fume. Fume, chat. Because Bob's being an enormous asshole. I hate losing all this permanent scaling. But if we die, that's obviously a mistake. Good greed. Good greed. Good greed. Now just don't snipe it. God fucking damn it! I'm so done! Every goddamn fight! Where's all of our scaling? Anyway. Get my glass of water. Decompress. See what the tempo board can do. Not like we're not a tempo board at this point, right? Who's our final minion? Ferrix? Rage tea. I got a glass of water. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. I mean, it's just Baron is the right play again, right? So we greed a while ago. A little late. Or Gulakabra. Or Kel'Thuzad. I mean, at this point, we have to be all in. It's not exactly the card I was looking for, but... This thing being reborn is not a ton of stats. It's a couple. This thing could also die while this thing's alive on the board, which would be cool. Dragon up one? Hell no. Why do you want the dragon up one? Makes your board way weaker. You'll want the little death rattles dying in the reborn effect before the dragon here. No. No, throwing lines. Let's not do that. Case of snipe of buddy. Like way weaker. Overall average. Pass. Alright, well. Tempo boards did tempo things, right? All the boards that we saw in the middle of the game. Now, you can pretty much describe what all the lost conditions are on that board. You definitely don't want this thing second. If you swap these two, you have like 7 different things that counter you. I don't care about this getting sniped so that this gets reborn so I can have a 6 attack buff when it comes back, right? You want the death rattle minion that doesn't have taunt to be between the 2 taunts. It ain't about this value. This value is trash for both of the minions. The minion doesn't get reborn with stats on it, right? It's just the last minion to throw on the board in the best order for us to do once we had it. Not the pony. But Kel'Thuzad at this point. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, like that one. No. No. Welp. Who doesn't make the cut? Because I think Scarlet Skull makes the cut, right? Is you? Or was it you? God damn it. Go fuck yourself, Bob. Alright, fine. Fine. You going for the memes? I mean, it's not like you can get to that at this point. It's still just the better board state, because Kel'Thuzad on the board gives you a plus 160, 120 at the end of the turn. The extra Scarlet Skull is in the cycle spot. The cycle spot could potentially be used to keep another taunt on the board and then get 3 buffs at the beginning for Gulakabra plus Death Whisper. Except the Scarlet Skull got buffed twice, so it doesn't die, and let's just say that was suboptimal. Hey, Nightmare. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. What's up? What's up? Oh. Cycle spot my ass, says Bob. I see. But hear me out. What if it's just pants instead of the assistant guard? Undead and tempo. We want ghoul for the last guy, and we need preferably just maxed out stats here. You know, Baron. The same statement we've been making for like 45 turns in a row. Last game and this game. Did they remove Titus? It feels like it some games, doesn't it? Sure feels like it at times. Feel like a poet board could go crazy with this guy. But like, for what? Some attack? Problem is you can't scale the construct in an effective way. You gotta find a way to scale the construct at the same time as having like poet and dragons or whatever. Your better bet's just duplicating the buddy. Because when you get like all of the golden buddies, they can buff each other, which then in turn allows it to double each time it goes off. If you put Baron on the board with it, then you just get multiple effects that all double. If you argue like Poet works, you're arguing that the amount of static stats that you get off of the card each turn, turn after turn after turn, snapshotting is better. And just putting one additional buddy on the board is overall more stats, even though you don't start with them at the beginning of the combat. A board full of all buddies, Baron... Reborn, you know, Reborn Buddies, Baron, or whatever, is just like hundreds of thousands of stats. Which is why people don't play toward it like that. Why does everyone have a Golden Baron in our game? It just keeps happening. We got gate kept on the Baron last game, and now the same thing is happening here. Okay. It's back in the pool. Go find the guy. Eyes for you would have been cool at a point in this game, but... we didn't really have that luxury. Alright, we'll just get Baron. What if it's Sylvanas, buddy? Did they remove Sylvanas, buddy, from the spell when they removed Sylvanas from Undead games? Got double-digit viewers today. Felt good, even for a bit. Yo, Snipemare. Appreciate the love, dude. And grats. It's always good shit. They might have. Who knows? Hard to say without using it a billion times. Also, forgot to shout out my dude. That's an awesome, awesome feeling, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy fucking Friday, by the way. I like our board. Considering that we missed and we get to go play tempo, it's just great. But it's pretty much, you know, it's the conversation. As much as I harp on it, right? Dude, our hits are terrible again. Worst cleave into worst hit. Surely this guy won't scam us. Surely he doesn't quite have enough to get there. Dude, this game sure does look hard. I mean, honestly. It sure fucking looks hard. Anyway. Difference between like playing the game to do crazy fun shit and then playing the game for rating is like, this was super consistent because we got one tempo unit that's really boring to play, right? And then we just steered into it, scaled up the board, one before people were able to get big. You go for like big high roll shit, and you're just so married to RNG hits that, yeah, sure, if we got Kel'Thuzad one turn earlier, we got Baron at that point in the game, we would have had just astronomical level stats. But the reliability of doing that kind of stuff in this meta when everyone plays streamlined tempo lines, difference between first and like not first, is just go straight into this versus like do fun stuff. Ah, the meta in 2 pictures right there. Do you play for rating or do you play for the fun? And we make a conscious decision to play the worst line to play for fun, like half of the games that we play per day.